Lucifer Season 1 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, please warn if you aren't caught up to the point where I am, a rewatching or watching Lucifer, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case, you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers and my history with Lucifer. From here on out, these are all new episodes that I've never watched before until doing this review. I initially watched like the first 6 to 8 episodes a year and a half ago, but these are all new now, so join me on the journey. This will be Lucifer Season 1, Episode 10. The title of this episode is called Pops. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode yesterday. Lucifer gives someone a little taste of a strawberry at a grocery store, which is actually a crime scene. Looks like the victim, Javier, was poisoned. Lucifer says he was an artist in the kitchen, the victim, Javier. Someone definitely needs to be punished for this. The staff all called the victim Pops. Chloe tells Lucifer, don't let your daddy issues cloud your judgment. Chloe's mom, Penelope Decker, Penny, randomly shows up. Penny also was a fan of Chef Javier. Lucifer is impressed with her good taste. Javier talks about, or people talk about Javier throwing things. He was like a father to everyone. Oh, Junior is Javier's son. They had a strained relationship. What could you possibly desire? Lucifer asked Junior. And the boy returns home and conveniently Pops drops the next day. Lucky bastard. Maze goes to see Dr. Martin. She needs her to help with Lucifer. Maze wants to figure out how to be more normal. Okay, Mazikeen, be more normal then. And she wonders if she needs to sleep with Dr. Martin too. Dr. Martin says, no, not necessary. Dan tells Malcolm he's done playing his stupid games. He wants to kill Lucifer, and Dan, Detective Douche, wonders why. Chloe talks to Javier's number 2. Lucifer thinks she killed Pops to speed up her inheritance. What do you desire? To surpass him? And then she pukes blood on Lucifer and then falls to the ground. So it appears that she was poisoned as well. The douche arrives. He has a suspect for him. Detective, do you mind if we make a stop on the way? Lucifer enters the suspect's home. And this was, Chloe says we're not supposed to be in here, so let's search the place fast. Oh, well, lead the way, detective. Lucifer gets annoyed when he hears people say, oh God, when they're doing the hanky-panky. And Lucifer says that Chloe's mom is delightful. Chloe has to go. There's an emergency. Penny lets Trixie's babysitter go early, and she watches her, and Chloe isn't happy about this. All of a sudden, little Trixie has disappeared. And what happened is Trixie ordered a ride from Chloe's Uber account to Club Lux as she wanted to see Lucifer of all people. So she gets there. Remind you that Trixie is like 8 years old and asks Maze if Lucifer is here. Maze says he's not here. And then Maze pours a few shots, one for herself and one for Trixie. Trixie says something about it being a Shirley Temple, and then she puts like a cherry in it. And then they cheers, but Chloe arrives just in time so Trixie doesn't take the shot. Although I don't know if she really noticed that she was about to take a shot. She just arrives, and then you don't see Trixie take the shot. Or maybe she did. I don't know. Despite what Lucifer thinks, Junior, he didn't kill Javier. Dinner time at Chloe's, or should I say Penny's. And Lucifer is also there and provided the meal. Ah, detective, you're just in time. Junior is also with Lucifer. And Lucifer mentions in front of everyone that Chloe may want to kill her mother. So listen to what Junior has to say. Dan and Chloe are close to getting back together, and they had one kiss, Chloe mentions. Oh, you're kissing now. So that explains why you won't have sex with me. And Penny looks at that like, oh, you're dealing with two guys now. It's funny. And Dan, he's not happy to hear about Lucifer's plan of having sex with his ex-wife, Chloe. Junior says he didn't kill his dad to Chloe. Dan will take Junior to the station for a statement or questioning. He wanted one reason to stick up for Lucifer, just one, and this doesn't give him one. And Chloe realizes that Junior didn't do it, and they suspect Anne, who is the second in charge, the one that puked blood on Lucifer. She checked out the hospital against doctor's orders. They go back to the kitchen, and sure enough, Anne is there. She meant to kill Junior, not Javier. Anne causes the place to start on fire as they try to apprehend her. And Lucifer actually is able to get Chloe out of the fire without harming her, but gets a few burns himself. And then Anne, we find out, was arrested a few blocks down the road. And Javier was actually going to leave the restaurant all along to Junior. Maze goes to see Dr. Martin again. She tells her she made a friend today in Trixie. Penny tells Chloe she's up because she has an early flight. She apologizes to Chloe. She only wanted her to feel happy. So for all the things when Chloe was younger, this is her apology. Like, I'm sorry, I did what I could. I apologize if it wasn't necessarily the best route for you. And good night, Pumpkin. Dan goes to meet Malcolm and deserves everything he gets, Lucifer does. And then Dan and Malcolm start to fight, and Malcolm actually causes Dan to pass out from like a chokehold. And then he reads a text on Dan's phone from Chloe. She wants to give Dan another shot, and Malcolm says he'll respond for him. And then Lucifer's at Lux waiting for the Britneys, and Chloe shows up. Lucifer says, I'm guessing something happened with Dan. And Chloe says, you mean Detective Douche? So that's the first time we've heard Chloe say Detective Douche, I think. We weren't even back together, and he ended it with a text. And Chloe actually goes to kiss Lucifer, and Lucifer actually backs up. He's just as surprised as she is. But you've been trying to get in bed with me since day one. Why are you saying no, Chloe says. And Lucifer says for some reason he can't. Chloe thinks this is something with her mom would do. And Lucifer cuddles with Chloe and says, we don't all turn into our parents, detective. He says he's never been the son his father wanted him to be. And then Chloe passes out on Lucifer's lap and starts snoring. And then the episode ends with Lucifer saying, oh God. Like he didn't like that before when he heard that, and now he's the one saying that. So pretty good stuff. I'm going to score it an 8.4 out of 10. My female character of the episode is going to be Chloe because she did a lot in this episode. And special mention or honorable mention to Penelope Penny. And then the male character of the episode, maybe I'm off on this one. I know Lucifer would win it every episode, honestly, but Junior, for some reason, left an impression on me. And I know I've seen him before, but looking through his filmography of movies and TV shows, there's not something that sticks out. I thought he was in The Strain, which is a good show about like a vampire virus that used to be on FX back in like 2013 to 2017. But that's not it. He's not in that cast, so I don't know where I've seen him, but I don't know. He made a good performance in the limited time that he got in this episode. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Lucifer and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please make sure that you're Hulk smashing that like button. I'll wait. Share the video. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms if you deem it shareable. Sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Lucifer and who would be your male and female characters of the episode, with giving this episode a score. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, share your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return to find out what you desire.